Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are doing great. Today, we are going to have our online class. So, here is your English teacher from Kids University. We are going to revise our previous topic today, that is adjectives. So, do you remember what are adjectives? Well, adjective is a word which describes or gives more information about a noun or a pronoun. An adjective tells us about a quality or a quantity of a noun. Adjective is a describing word for a noun. For example, beautiful flower and big house. Here in beautiful flower, beautiful is our adjective and flower is a noun. This word beautiful is telling us about the quality of a flower, that the flower is beautiful. Another example is big house. Here, big is describing the quality of a house, that the house is big. So, big is an adjective and house is a noun. Here are few examples of adjectives. Look at these sentences. Ben has a red hat. Here, red is an adjective and hat is a noun. It says that the hat is red in color. My dad is tall. Here, tall is a describing word for dad. And dad is a noun here. A fat rat is on the rug. Here, rat is a noun and fat is an adjective. The candy is sweet. Candy is a noun and sweet is an adjective. The kid is sad. Sad is an adjective and kid is a noun. The words red, tall, fat, sweet and sad are the adjectives here. They are describing the different nouns. These words are telling us the qualities of different nouns. We can also use numbers as adjectives. For example, June is the 6th month of the year. Here, 6th is used as an adjective which is describing the noun month. There are 7 days in a week. Here, the number 7 is used as an adjective to describe the noun days. A car has 4 wheels. There are 52 cards in a pack. The second prize in competition was won by him. The underlined words 6th, 7, 4, 52 and second are the numbers. And these numbers are used as adjectives in these sentences to describe the circled nouns. As I have told you before that adjectives also help us to say how many or how much of a particular thing we are talking about. For example, there is too much salt in this soup. The word much is used as an adjective here to describe the quantity of a noun salt. Many people came to my sister's wedding. The word many is used as an adjective here to describe the quantity of a noun people. Few people live in this village now. The underlined word few is used as an adjective and it is describing the noun people. This hospital takes great care of its patients. The underlined word great is an adjective here and it is describing the circled noun care. Care is a noun and Great is the adjective which is describing it. The words much, many, few, great are adjectives here and they are describing the nouns salt, people, and care. We have also discussed about comparative adjectives already in our class. So, what are comparative adjectives? Well, comparative adjectives are used to compare a quality between two or more people or things. We can say that when we want to compare two nouns of the same category, we use comparative adjectives. Do you see three lions over here? What is the difference between three of them? Well, the lion 1 is big. The lion 2 is bigger than lion 1. And the lion 3 is biggest in all of them. In all three examples, we have used three adjectives big, bigger, and biggest to qualify the same noun lion. Why we have done so? This is because we wanted to compare three qualities of the same noun lion with regards to its size. Big, bigger, and biggest. In picture number 1, the lion is big. In picture number 2, the lion is bigger. And in picture number 3, the lion is biggest. So we can say that to compare things in regards to their size, shape, age, color, or purpose, we use comparative adjectives. Here we see that an adjective may have three different forms. Number 1 is the usual form, and the other two forms for the comparison. The usual form. The usual form of adjective is used when we simply describe one thing or a person. For example, if we say, a boy is carrying a heavy bag. Here, we are not comparing bag with any other bag. We are simply telling the quality of a one bag. In the same way, we have three more adjectives over here that are big, strong, and short. A big apple, a short girl, and a strong boy. The words heavy, big, short, and strong are telling us the quality of only one person or a thing. The other two forms of adjectives are second form and third form. Second form is used when we compare two things or persons. Look at the picture of two men. The one is old and the other is older than the first one. We have compared two men over here. One is old and the other is older. In the same way, we have compared a bicycle and a car. Bicycle moves fast, but a car moves even faster than a bicycle. So here we have compared a bicycle and a car. We have compared two nouns in each of the picture. Third form is used when we compare more than two things or persons. Look at the picture of these pencils. There are three pencils in this picture, but all three of them are different in sizes. First one is short, second pencil is shorter, and the third is shortest in all of them. In the same way, there are three girls in the picture, but there is a difference between them. The difference is in their sizes. First girl is short, second girl is shorter, and the third girl is shortest. So here we have compared three things and three persons with each other. Do you know, in case of some adjectives, we simply add er in its first comparative form and est in its second comparative form. For example, the first comparative form of hot is hotter, and the second comparative form of hot is hottest. In the same way, the first comparative form of fat is fatter, and the second comparative form is fattest. Again, the first comparative form of cold is colder, and the second comparative form is coldest. So we read it as hot, hotter, hottest, fat, fatter, fattest, cold, colder, coldest. If an adjective ends in y, then we add IER in its first comparative form and IST in its second comparative form. For example, an adjective happy ends with y. So we are going to add IER in its first form and IEST in its second form. Now we are going to read it as happy, happier, and happiest. Happier and happiest are the comparative forms of happy. Another adjective is pretty, and their comparative forms are prettier and prettiest. And if the adjective ends in E, you simply have to add R in its first comparative form and ST in its second comparative form. For example, the dog is brave. The adjective brave ends with E. So, we are going to add R and ST in its comparative forms. So, it will become the lion is braver and the tiger is the bravest. Another one is nice. The first comparative form of nice is nicer and the second comparative form is nicest. Sometimes when adding ER or EST, you have to double the last letter of the adjective. For example, hot. The first comparative form of hot is hotter. The second comparative form is hottest. We have doubled the last letter T in hot to make its comparative forms. In the same way, we have another adjective sad. We have doubled the last letter of this adjective and then we have added ER and EST in its comparative form. So it becomes sad, sadder and saddest. Now remember, in case of some adjectives, we have to use completely different words as the comparative forms. For example, the comparative forms of good are better and best. The comparative forms of bad are worse and worst. In the same way, the first comparative form of much is more and the second is most. Many, more and most. Little, less and least. Now I want you all to learn these adjectives and the one which we have done in our copies with their comparative forms very thoroughly. Now here is some homework for your revision. You have to do this work in English copy in your language portion, in a very neat and tidy handwriting, and don't forget to maintain your index. You have to do these exercises in your copy. Exercise A is choose the correct adjectives from the box and fill in the blanks. You have 10 sentences over here and you have to choose the correct adjective for each of the blanks. Exercise B is fill in each blank with correct form of the adjective given at the end of the sentence. In each sentence you can see there is an adjective in a bracket. You have to write the correct form of these adjectives according to the sentences. This is all for today. I will see you in the next class. Stay safe and stay healthy. Take care. Goodbye.